Good morning. Good morning. Hey, it's a fantastic day. It's raining here in North Carolina, raining real bad early this morning. But guess what? God is great. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new month. It is July 1st. Hey, we just steamrolling through the year. Welcome back to the Daily Dose, the number one daily morning mastermind for those trying to elevate and grow in your professional, entrepreneur, personal, and spiritual lives, man. We just growing each and every single day. So let's hop into the verse of the week. Let's hop right into the verse of the week. Habakkuk chapter 2, verses 2 through 4. Then the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Behold the proud, his soul is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. These verses, man, is so many to unpack. We're gonna get through it this week, but today we're just gonna stay right on the surface, write the vision and make it plain. Write the vision and make it plain. You got to write down the vision of what you want. Every single thing, how you want your health to look, how you want your wealth to look, how you want your uh life to look. What do you want your lifestyle to look like? Right? You got to write this stuff down and specifically make it plain. Don't be complicated. Get extra specific with what you're writing down, what your vision is for you and your life, your family, your business, your job, whatever it is. Make it, write it down and make it extra plain so that he may run who reads it. You need to be able to take the information right now and run with it and go, right, and get out of there. So Habakkuk chapter 2, verses 2 through 4, man. Like I said, we'll stay on the service today, but hey, this verse is deep and it'll change everything. This week in our business series, this week in our business topic, our series for the week is gonna be sales. We're gonna deep dive into sales this week, talking about a lot of different topics in sales. So, number one, we're going over prospecting, right? So, today we got prospecting 101, making sure that we are staying tapped in with the ways that we can prospect, how to prospect. And then I got a couple of secrets for y'all that we're going to tap into. So, I'm excited. Let's go. Prospecting 101. What are the different ways that we can prospect? First of all, what is prospecting? Prospecting is using a medium to talk to people that potentially could turn from strangers to customers. That's prospecting. And you want to get deeper in your prospecting by defining who your ideal customer is, because you don't want to just be reaching out to random people that don't fit your customer profile. So the first thing we have to do is we have to understand what our audience is, right? Know who our customer is, who is their ideal person, so that we can then go to where they are, where those people typically be at, where those people are looking at online, where they shop, what they do, the space that they're in real life, all of those type of stuff. We have to know who our customer is before we can begin to prospect. Where are we going to go out and find these people that who potentially want to buy our service or product, right? Or need to buy our service or product. Who are the people whose problem we're solving with our business, right? So once you know that, then you can go into the different forms of prospecting based on your customer profile, because all these people are some people are gonna be in this area, some people are gonna be in that area. You'll see what I mean. So one of the ways you can prospect is cold calling, right? There's so many different websites where you can go get people's phone numbers, information. TruePeopleSearch.com is one, but cold call, that's where you pick up the phone and you call somebody randomly, um, and ask them, promote your service, right? Promote your service or promote your product. Depending on what your service or product is, it might work a lot better in business to business, but you will still need to understand and know um how to get to those decision makers once you get somebody on the phone, because the receptionist can't make no decisions. She's only going to be able to pass your information on. But cold calling is one medium. Cold emailing, that is a strategy now that you can get a lot of stuff done. You can get a lot of stuff going. You can get a lot of stuff um, sold through just straight cold emailing. And like just like finding somebody's phone number, there are websites where you can find somebody's email and you can promote your service or your product, right? So cold email, reach out. Social media, direct message. This is could potentially be way more personable than the first two because whoever you DM, they can see your profile, go to your profile, see exactly what you do, and it is what it is. Social media, direct message is one of the top ways people have grown your social media. That's one of the top ways people have sold products as of recent times, and it's just also how you can get other influencers to just promote your product and sell your product for you, right? Don't sleep on social media direct message. Engage on others' posts on social media, right? This is a form of prospecting. See if somebody in a similar industry as you, or somebody in the same industry as you with the same type of similar type of product or service. Look and see what they're posting. Look and see who's posting comments and liking the comments on their stuff. Then you can reach out to those people. Right? I see you like this. You might be interested in this. Right? That's a way you can really deep dive and get active on social media. In-person pitching, right? This is old school. This could be door knocking. This could be going to work, like wherever you are in person, right? Or you can do it with the intention. Find out where your potential customers are, what they do, what they shop. It takes a lot of research. It takes a lot of data analytics to understand that. But once you understand it and you can potentially meet a future customer, you should run to it and not walk. Right? In-person pitching, you got to work on your elevator speech. You got to work on your minute and a half rundown of what you do. You got to work on closing, right? You got to work on your call to action when you finish that conversation. What is the goal? What do you want the outcome to be? In-person pitching, you got to work on it. Then also you can do direct mail. People nowadays probably don't even think about direct mail, but at the end of the day, mail is never going away. We're gonna always have mail. We still get mail. I still get coupons in the mail. The government sends everything through the mail. Is the mail is just mail, right? So remember that we need the mail, and it's gonna help us to become better in the long run if we get better at direct mail and reaching out to those people because that's an untapped prospecting market on so many different levels and so many different industries, and you could be leaving stuff on the table. Yes, mail can get pretty expensive, but that's a form of direct outreach to a potential customer. There's like some of these are cheaper than other ones, but these are some of the tools that you could use to prospect, to find a customer, to potentially make a sale. So you want to make sure that you're using these avenues. Next, I'm about to go over some tools, some software tools that you can use that's going to help you be able to find these people. And these are a game changer. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that right now. Game changer. So some prospecting software tools. Number one, you got Zoom Info. Zoom Info. So it offers a massive database of contacts, company information, and other data, right? It's great for finding high quality leads across a lot of different industries, right? Zoom Info. Clearbit. It provides the same thing, email addresses, phone numbers, and it also integrates with CRMs. Zoom Info is probably going to be the most robust. It is only paid. Clearbit has a free version and it also has a paid version. Then you have Lucia, which is a Chrome extension. It's specifically designed for finding contact information, for, like emails and phone numbers for people on social media. Okay, and business websites, specifically for finding contact information for people on social media and business websites. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. It's a game changer. You got to use these. Get Prospect. It's a LinkedIn prospecting tool that helps you search for and connect with potential customers on LinkedIn, right? So you want to understand these tools. These tools can help you. These tools can help you get better in your business. and it can help you potentially find customers. Then you got Bombora, right? This offers intentional data solutions specifically designed for business to business sales and marketing teams, right? It helps identifies companies exhibiting purchase intent based on website activity and content consumption. So you will potentially be able to find you a customer, or it goes out and sees, okay, what other businesses are looking for some of the services or products that you provide, and it brings back the information to you. So that's called Bombora. You want to tap into this software, especially if you're in B2B, because it can be it might be highly profitable for your business. So check out Bombora. And then lastly, we have Outreach.io. It is a sales engagement platform with email sequencing, multi-channel outreach, including social media and text message, right? And it integrates with other CRM. So these are some tools that you can use in your prospecting journey that's going to help you, that's going to help you become better, that's going to make you uh, way more efficient when you can implement these tools in your prospecting journey, and you can potentially reach out to a lot more people, right? So, like I said, prospecting one-on-one, that's what we're talking about today. Let's hop right into the self-development topic. The series that we're going over this week for self-development is all about embracing challenges, right? It is not always easy to embrace a challenge. It's just not. And we have to understand that. We have to know that it can be challenging to embrace challenges, right? So that's what we're gonna cover this week, and because we want to unfold that, we want to unpack that, and we want to make sure that we are empowering ourselves to become the best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be. So this today specifically, we're going to be talking about avoiding challenges and how to overcome some of the obstacles that present themselves that make us avoid challenges in the first place, right? So the fear of failure. This is the fear of failing, looking bad, disappointing ourselves or other people, right? This is probably the number one thing that stops people from embracing a new challenge, a new endeavor, right? Is the fear of failure. But we have to understand that there are really no failures, there are only lessons, right? And if you went off a ledge and you tried to do something new and you didn't, actually, I'll say this: the only failure is giving up and quit. So if you try to do something and you don't get it right the first time, but you keep trying over and over again, it's not failure, right? You might look bad, and it might be bad at first, and that's you have to understand that and go ahead and internalize that and realize that, and it's like, oh well, like this is my first time ever doing this. Your first time cooking was not perfect. Your first time riding a bike was not perfect. Your first time doing anything was not perfect unless you were unless it was your gift, right? Your first time you like using your gift, and that's how you understand it. And we'll go into that in another series, but that's how you know what your gift is, because you can just naturally do it well, right? But the fear of failure, we want to understand to get over that, because that'll stop us from being great. That'll stop us from being great. Get Make sure that you are growing enough to understand, like I said, failure only happens if you give up and quit. As long as you keep trying, and long as you are taking those tries, assessing yourself, analyzing it, and coming back with better intention, better information, and new direction, you're gonna win every time, right? Failure only happens when you give up and quit. Boom, lack of confidence, right? That'll stop a lot of people from embracing new challenges. But then this is a twofold thing, because number one, the great thing about confidence and the great thing about God is we don't have to have a whole bunch of confidence in ourselves. We do have to have a whole bunch of confidence in God, right? We have to have confidence in God, that God is God and God is God of everything. And God, we have to be confident in God's promises. We have to be confident that God doesn't lie. We have to be confident that God said it will do what he said he will do in the Bible, which is so many different things. Number one, being the fact that God said that he has a plan and a purpose for us in our future, or to give us a hope and a future, right? So We got to understand that our confidence, yes, we can lack confidence in ourselves, but we need to especially grow the confidence that we have in God. And then once we start tackling things, once we start getting better, the confidence in God will definitely trickle down for you having confidence in yourself to be able to act in a godly way, because God said that we were made in his image and his likeness. So you got to remember that. You got to remember that. Uncertainty of the outcome. This also stops people from embracing challenges. But guess what? You're never going to know. And even if you think you know, you might have it wrong. So, not knowing what to expect or how long it's going to take, or even if it's possible, we got to get all of that out of the head, because number one, everything is possible with God. Everything is possible with God. We're not going to know, we don't even need to think about how long it will take and all of that, because that's in God's hands. Whatever the challenge is, don't worry about it, because it's in God's hand. And that's ultimately where I'm going with this. How to embrace challenges is we got to give it to God first. Understand that we can't do anything on our own merit, on our own, like ourselves. We have to give it to God and let God take control of what we're doing so that we can execute it. Discomfort. We have to become more comfortable with being uncomfortable, right? We have to. You already know, you never grow in your comfort zone. We should be trying to get uncomfortable as often as we need to, because that means, in a positive way, that means that we're growing. We have to. It's the only way, right? Perfectionism. This is a disease. People who try to have something perfect before they release it out to the world, it is just not going to happen. Nobody is perfect. Yes, people go viral all the time. Yes, people make great posts all the time, right? Was their post perfect? Who knows? It could be perfect to them, but it might be something wrong with it to somebody else. You are the only person who can determine it, right? So you don't need to think about, oh, is this perfect for someone else? It doesn't matter. If it's perfect and it's nice enough, you have to get over that perfectionism, because that's going to hinder you. It's going to hinder your success. It's going to stop you from taking advantage of opportunities that will present themselves. Because we talked about this a couple weeks ago. When opportunity arises, you have to hop on the wave, but otherwise you're just gonna miss it and it's gonna go past you. It's gonna come back around, but then you just gotta be ready for it. Get out of that perfectionism way, because it's gonna stop you and hinder your success. And it's gonna hinder you from really taking the first step, because you want to get stuff so perfect. And then lastly, procrastination. Procrastination, just stop it. Just stop it. All right. It's way easier said than done. But if you're just procrastinating doing something, you're gonna miss out on a lot of the wonderful things that life has to offer. Got to stop procrastinating. Got to stop procrastinating and just go ahead and do it. Whatever it is, pray about it, ask God for direction, and move forward in faith. Got to have it. And lastly, like I say, jump off the porch. Jump off the porch, man. Dive into it. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, we have to embrace these challenges. We have to, and we have to stop avoiding challenges, because life is a challenge, right? And only the strong survive. And that's in so many different ways. Everybody go through their own trials and tribulations, right? Everybody go through their own stuff, and we have to understand that we have to get through what we have to get through so that we can help somebody else. That's the main thing. Understanding that if we avoid challenges, we are not building ourselves up to help the next person, which is God, which is what God wants us to do in the first place. But that'll wrap it up for today. Hope this blessed you, and we'll be right back at it tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.